I'm Conrad Thorpe and I'm the chairman of Salam Al Fakira Group. Our company was formed nearly 20 years ago. Our first contract was in the Anza Basin, and it was a maritime drilling contract where we were supporting an oil and gas company in one of the most difficult areas of the world. Since then, we've gone on to support shipping across the world, in the Indian Ocean, in the Gulf of Aden, in the Arabian Gulf, through the Mediterranean Sea, the Arctic Oceans itself, across into the Atlantic, and in some areas of the Caribbean. Of course, more widely, we deliver services in ports as well, where we can train people to understand what the threats are in ports and in harbors around the world, whether at anchor or alongside. The important thing is to give crews confidence to protect their vessels, to protect their goods on board and their equipment. Salam Al Fakira can provide security and risk management services for your vessels, whether they are alongside, at anchor, or underway. Those services are paramount in protecting your vessel. In the cases where it's static, our training focuses fundamentally on training itself, around preparing crews and creating an art of vigilance in everybody's mind. When underway, we can provide teams both unarmed and armed to board your vessels and to disembark your vessels at safe and secure points. I can tell you this, the service that we provide that gives me the greatest satisfaction, but more importantly, I believe offers the greatest satisfaction to our clients, is training. Training in the maritime domain. The ability to transfer the knowledge that we have, the experience that we have, and the time that we have spent on the high seas and on clients' vessels is almost priceless. There are three areas where training is paramount. First and foremost, it's vessels that are alongside in ports. This is one of the most sensitive and difficult areas for vessels. You would need to understand how we can train your men to protect those vessels, but more importantly, how we can provide men both shoreside and on vessels if required, in order to provide the first level of vigilance. Vessels that are at anchor are slightly different and can only be approached by men who are on boats. Those individuals will cast a line onto your vessel, climb onto the vessel, and go about stealing goods, or worse, taking people for ransom. The third area that applies to this are vessels that are underway. This is the most complex environment for both the criminal and, of course, for the owner of the vessel, his master, and the crew. Vessels that are underway require an enormous amount of vigilance. Singapore and Asia is where 70% of global growth is taking place in the next 30 years. And Salam Al Fakira has been supporting shipping out here since 2013. In that time, we have trained hundreds of crews to give management and the owners of those vessels the confidence to put those men and their ships to sea in this area. It doesn't matter where you are in the world or what services you require. Salam Al Fakira can help you train your people, prepare your people, and position them for success in the maritime environment. We'd like to help you.